From KETK, you're watching East Texas Live.
Welcome back. Joining me now are Carlton and Natasha from Longview Teen Court, which has been recognized by the Sloan law firm as their nonprofit of the month. Hello, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So if someone is not familiar with you guys, tell us what Longview Teen Court is.
Longview Teen Court is an alternative sentencing program for adolescents who have misdemeanor offenses through the criminal justice system. Basically what we do is that we provide them the opportunity to give back to the community through community service as a means of reducing their sentence so that they don't have to experience the adult side of the courtroom.
Right. Well, where are you guys located and kind of how does that process start when maybe something happens? How do they get involved with you guys?
Well, let's say an adolescent gets a ticket, a traffic ticket, which is a Class C misdemeanor. They would have to go before the municipal court in Longview. And they would have the option during the municipal court, during their hearing, to choose teen court or pay the fine or do deferred adjudication. And so a lot of the teens choose teen court simply because it's a cheaper option than having to pay the entire cost of the ticket. And so they will focus on, at that point, the community service part of it, of going through Longview Teen Court's program, where they would do the community service. They would also serve as jury members to come back later and serve on the teen court jury to provide sentencing for other adolescents that end up getting in similar situations. We also have our teen attorney program, which for more of the more severe cases like minor possession of alcohol or tobacco, they would go through a full-blown jury trial, just as you would have seen on TV, where you would have a teen attorney that's a prosecutor, one that's a defense attorney that represents the client, and trying to get them the least amount of community service hours. So we do the whole gamut of the courtroom procedures, but the lure of it is that the teens run the courtroom themselves.
Well, I think that's such a great service for them to learn how our justice system works. Are there certain people that are eligible to participate and maybe not eligible, depending on what the offense is?
Well, as I said, it has to be at least a Class C misdemeanor. We don't do the more severe cases. But any adolescent between the ages of 12 and 18, as long as they're still in high school.
Okay, and you had mentioned that it's maybe a cheaper option for them to then pay the fine.
Yes,
so what does it cost them? How does that work?
The initial cost is $40, and that's the court fee once they choose the teen court option. So they'll pay the municipal court the $40, then they'll set up an intake for the teen court program. The only other expense associated with that is whether or not they would have to take a traffic education class, a theft class, and that fee can vary between $25 and $40.
Well, as a nonprofit, everyone that I speak to that's a nonprofit, they're like, we could always use more volunteers. So are y'all in need of volunteers, and what does that look like for your organization?
Very much so. Yes, we have Teen Court monthly. We're actually having it tomorrow, and so helping the kids through the teen court process, bailiffs, judges, we have all those volunteers we definitely need, as well as when we do our fundraising, like 3-on-3 basketball tournaments and stuff like that. We're always in need of volunteers.
Wonderful. Where is the best place to find more information about you guys?
The best place is actually our Facebook page. It has the most updated information, Longview Teen Court, and we're located at 502 South Center in Longview, which is in the Stamper Park Resource Center building.
Perfect. Well, thank y'all so much for joining us today and telling us all about it.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Absolutely.